You Know Computers is all about making computers more approachable. The goal of this channel is to educate and inform about all things computer related. So when I came across this ad on Facebook, I was confused, angry, and disappointed. If you don't know why I felt that way, I'll explain in a moment. First, right away I have to say I do not blame Facebook for this ad. The sheer volume of ads they allow to run make it an incredibly difficult task to investigate everything that is advertised on Facebook. Now that I've hopefully covered my rear end legally, let's get into this ad. This is not an uncommon type of advertisement for me. Based on my internet activity, I see just about every single computer and computer parts related advertisement. This one is advertising that some computer retailer has failed and is liquidating their inventory. As you can see in the graphic, they are selling new graphics cards for less than $100. If you haven't heard, prices of graphics cards right now, both new and used, are incredibly inflated. So this ad looks really inviting and enticing. So I clicked on the link and found that the website lists new graphics cards for around $80. A few more clicks and I found the website lists entire computer systems for the same price. Clearly this kind of deal just couldn't be passed up. So I selected a computer. It is listed with a Ryzen 5 3600 processor and an RTX 1660 Super. I added it to my cart. The checkout process was through the real PayPal. I paid with a credit card and got an email about the order. This informed me that I would be notified when the purchase has shipped. So I paid less than $80 for a brand new computer system. Here's why I was confused, angry, and disappointed. This is a scam. I was confused as to why this obvious scam was being advertised on Facebook, of all places. I was angry that someone, many someones in fact, are going to become victims of this scam. I was disappointed that someone would sink so low as to try and scam people out of their money on Facebook. I knew this was a scam before I even clicked on the link in the Facebook ad. So why did I follow along and pay for nothing? I willingly and knowingly became a victim because I saw an opportunity. This is an opportunity to educate and inform about computer hardware scams. And no, I'm not paying $80. I used a credit card because the process of disputing charges is easy and I'm not at any financial risk here. So the rest of the video is about what to look for to identify scams. I'll go over what to look for in social media advertisements that can indicate a scam, and I'll go over what to look for on a website that can be red flags. Let's start with the advertisement. I could tell this was a scam immediately. The first clue is the message of the ad. There's a company with a surplus of high-end computer components which are in high demand. The company is going out of business and needs to liquidate its stock. This was easy to see as a lie because I am familiar with the state of the market for computer components. If they really have these parts, then they're not going out of business. This is a lie that tells the potential victim, our loss is your gain. There's a name for this scam technique, social engineering. The scammer plays on their target audience's emotions to help them overlook the lies the scammers want to tell. So my first bit of advice is to do research. If something is advertising a deal that is too good to be true, it probably isn't true. The second clue for me was this URL here, or website name. Whatever, is not the work of a professional. URLs are selected to be memorable and easy to recognize. This is not a good sign that this website wants to be remembered after it's taken your money. The last part is the photo. It looks like a photo collage of a real retail store. The price sign is so poorly edited that it draws more attention than the rest of the photo. This alone wouldn't be cause for concern. There's plenty of bad photoshopping all over the internet. But combined with the other clues though, this whole ad just screams, we're trying to fool you. If you come across anything like this on social media, you can do something. All responsible social media sites have options to report ads. You can sometimes comment or share the scam ads as well. This is a good way to warn others. In fact, the ad in this video had comments on it. They were mostly mocking how it's an obvious scam. Now, the website. If there's one thing you can actually get from this website, it's red flags. The first red flag. The URL in the ad is campyig.com, but the tab is labeled Blast Shop. Inconsistencies point to the unprofessional way this website was created. Second red flag. Our eyes are naturally drawn to the upper left corner of web pages. We expect to find the logo of the company or organization. Normally, it's a link that will take you to the home page. On this scam website, the logo is some antique-looking sewing machine. The logo has the name Hyperprofits. That doesn't match the URL or the tab name. I googled Hyperprofits and found a website called hyperprofits.com. It has the same exact logo that the scam website has. The website sells clearance embroidery machines. So the logo is an embroidery machine, not a sewing machine. I couldn't find any other connections between the scam site and the other one. This logo is the biggest mystery of the whole site. It's on every page and does not relate to anything else on the site. Third red flag. The labels for different pages are some nonsense. The home page label is fine. Audiophile host will not give you any results on Google. Apparently, the scammers believe that audiophile host is an acceptable term for desktop computers, because that's what they have listed on that page. The next label is audiophile graphics cards. This is another nonsensical electronic sounding term. The other two labels, gaming display and SSD, are fine. Fourth red flag. Alignment of the items on the page. There are many easy and free ways to design a website to look professional. A professional site takes into account the alignment of all the elements of the pages. There are even techniques and technologies to make sure the alignment looks good on a large variety of screen sizes. Let's look at the audiophile host page. The images and text are all over the page. There's no attempt to align them and make them even. They sort of align along the top of the images, but that is still not a professional looking result. Fifth red flag. This comical customer support number. 800-2345-6789. That is one too many digits for a valid phone number. Enough said. Sixth red flag. The item descriptions are really well written, though there are some technical mistakes, such as RTX 1660 Super. That is not a real product. I was going to go into more how the descriptions are hardly well written for a scam site. Usually they're full of grammatical and spelling errors. Then I found the exact same product with the exact same description on Amazon. The Amazon item even has the incorrectly labeled RTX 1660 Super. So the scammers simply did a copy paste of a real Amazon listing to populate their website. So those are the red flags on this scam site. Other scam websites have similar red flags. There are also legitimate websites that often have some of these red flags. Small businesses don't always have the most professional looking websites. And the technical mistakes are also on legitimate websites. Just look at the stolen Amazon description. That's a real listing on Amazon that has a mistake on it. So the best advice for protecting yourself from scams is to pay attention. Scam websites will almost always have more than one red flag. I wanted to share some other information I gathered after making the purchase. Even with the best instincts, you could still fall victim to a clever scam. So if your intuition doesn't keep you safe at first, there are some more things to look at. The transaction information. Luckily, the scam website uses the real PayPal service. So I received an email with the transaction details. The name of this company is this. Look, I'm fluent in English and fairly competent in Spanish. This is neither of those, so I will just show you the Google translation. This is a building materials company. So if I end up receiving a box of assorted building materials, I won't even be mad. Confirmation email. I received an automated email from Blast Shop, whatever it is. So that's at least somewhat consistent. The email contains the same mysterious Hyperprofits embroidery machine logo. The email contains these instructions on how to inquire about my order. This is not the same email listed on the website. Another inconsistency that points to this being a scam. So what is the point of this video? I sure hope it made clear before we got this far. It's this. Be careful about what's advertised online. Even social media is not safe from scammers. Social media is a prime hunting ground for emotional manipulation or social engineering. If something seems too good to be true, it probably isn't true. Pay close attention to the websites you visit. The red flags are there. If you found this video informative, please share it. The more of us who are prepared for scams, the less successful the scammers will be.